Well, hello. How are we all out there today? There is lots of ups and downs. I've been talking to lots of people. We have All Souls Day tomorrow. We have All Souls Night tonight. We have Halloween, Samhain, all of it. But right now, it's all about how we are moving forward and how we're moving forward and what we're releasing. And when the new comes in, they're going to be little blurbs along the way. So step back from any drama that's coming towards you and really work with yourself. So we've got a few bits to get through today. We're going to talk about a new energetic we haven't talked about yet because we're still in that incubation. We're waiting until we've got all our reality. How are your eyes? Are you seeing okay? Just how are you overall? Today has been a good day here. I've been up in the mountains today. I've got a new shirt from a very good friend, Barbara. Thank you very much. And on the back it says small acts create change, and it's come on the right time. So I'll get my glasses on and we'll get going with the energetics of the Venus Cosmic Weather Report today. And again, like we said, we're going to put it on the website, dragon'seyehub.com, and the blog. So if this isn't your first language, English, you can go on to there. But right now, just relax and just listen while the transmissions come through, as there are huge groups around us arranging and working with our higher selves and us, the vehicle, the carbon vehicle. There is a lot going on. So it's a good time to get back to nature. It really refreshes you, and it's amazing who you bump into. I met these wonderful people today. They were picking a berry. It's called the strawberry tree, and it's like melon and strawberries mixed together. But we had a great conversation, and it was just lovely to see. So with that being said, here's my glasses and we'll get going. So just relax. So let's talk about Hygiea. This is an asteroid that works with our mental, emotional and physical health, as many planets and points right now are retrograde, which means slowed down. So we can truly work with the energy. So why talk about this planet? We've talked in the past weeks of the water element that works with the earth energy, which is in incubation stage, as energy works with our third eye and our throat, and how they will come to completion on February the 4th. But Hygiea is also retrograde, and this is in air, so it's very active. So this is the ups and the downs because it's very active. And if we're honest, our energies are a bit up and down at the moment, as Hygiea is retro and is going all the way back to the beginning of 396 Hertz, which is communication, and then all the way forward. So as many people I'm meeting are having revelations and releasing a lot, I asked the team and they pointed me to this energetic, which is Hygiea. The energetic centre is placed 10 centimetres at your back, in parallel with your navel. And the affirmation of this energetic is, I am balance, I balance. And as we said, it's at 396, but it's working on the 666 Hertz angelic, so it's working with Venus. It's actively working with Venus. So we're all working within the mental, emotional, physical states when it comes to our health and other things around. This energetic works with all of the bodies, and when we have truly released within the physical, emotional, and mental state, this is the place that will be communicating to all other bodies that all is whole, if that is your journey, and then you move forward. This is the collective placing of this energy. So look to your personal body map. For those out there that've got their personal body map, if you haven't got it and you would like it, reach out on penfoldinfrance@gmail.com. It's on the website, dragon'seyehub.com, and remember to subscribe down below, because that will alert you when anything goes on the blog, because all this will be on the blog. So you can change that into your natural language, because there's a language bar at the side. So if you subscribe, you'll get an alert that this is on, and that will alert you that all this will be on dragon'seyehub.com. So a little bit more housework there. So as we were saying, this energetic works with all your other bodies. So when you've truly released, this communicates with all your other bodies that, okay, we're done, move forward. And so there's a lot of that right now, and we're going to go into why. And as I said, this collective place, this is the collective placing of this energy, 396 on the 666, which is communicating through the harmonic translator, which is Venus. So again, look to your personal body map for Hygiea and invoke and or play and see what is going on within. As when a new system is coming in, for instance, we're having plumbing and it's been freezing, which is why I've got this on and I've got my new warm shirt on. We're having our new plumbing in our house and it's recreating a new ecosystem after applying the new tools, which the guys have done, and a lady. So it was really nice that it was a male and a female doing this work together. There's been a few hiccups along the way, but eventually going from an old system to a new system, it is perfect. A bit strange, and it's expanding in the new into the new ways. So this is very reflective of what we're all going through, right? So just remember, when we can't wait to get to the new, there is that stage of going from the incubation to the activation, that cocoon stage of incubation, and then you break out and you're excited, but it's strange at the same time. So remember, step back, play the frequencies. They work with all your other tools, so what other tools you're working with. But yeah, so it's reflective within my personal life with the new plumbing and the new ecosystem. I've been listening to other people, and they're having things done, like one of my friends, a whole roof on a huge building that they have at LeConte. So we're all, really, really moving and shaking with this new energy. And talking of Venus, she's at 639 on the 222 hertz. She's at the last degree of the healing colours, so she's working with plum. And she's in that incubation stage, so plum is a very good colour if you want to work with the healing colours in that incubation stage, nurturing. Again, play and or invoke and see what comes in. Surround yourself with the plum, perfect for this time of the year in the northern hemisphere, because it's all getting cozy and all the trees are going from red to gold, and there's leaves dropping down and you can see acorns, and it's just fabulous as the magnetics are coming in and we can feel that coziness arriving, because she works with the whole left side of her body. She brings in those messages to us. So if you haven't got your body map, you can invoke 639 on the 222. I am balance, I balance. And again, those with body maps, they've got all these invocations. So look to see if you've got 639 on the 222, because this is working for you right now, the plum. Because then she's going to move on. She's going to enter into her ambassadorial role, is Venus. It's what she loves the best. She's really good at this. This is her grown-up work. And this is on the 741 hertz, and it's, as I said, it's one of her strong roles. This is the place where bridges are created to different realms. And those realms, like today, I was surprised. I was taken into the earth, which I've been many times through the light lakes, but this time there were two beings. And we all sat down in this pod, and it was quite remarkable. They were tall, very tall, wearing white with long white hair, and they said we are one, and we became one energy. And it was quite interesting, and I'm going to go back to that, because now Venus is going into that new bridge working, and there's very much going on the planet right now with Gaia and this portal that's opening of the 888, so we can channel with her, and it's very nurturing right now because it's expanding on the feminine divine, and so it's a really nice energy to work with. And again, I've listed all of the energies that she's going through, and we'll just quickly go through those. But again, we're going to go from this incubation stage of not really moving forward and releasing stuff and having hopes and dreams, and they may have changed, and our third eyes are working, because remember, at the end of this month Saturn goes direct, so we're still working through this container that will start to be created from the end of November. So we're just tweaking all those things at the moment, which is why it's really nice to work with Hygiea, because she works on the mental realm. So if your mind's too busy, it's very good to work with Hygiea. That's on the mental plane, because the mental plane was shown to me as a straight line, and right now it's a bit fractured. Of course, we're going from an old paradigm to a new. So just be aware of that. Hygiea is very good at that. The emotional plane, because this is where the emotion creates the physical. So if you're feeling very emotional, I was talking to a friend today and she said, whatever she's watching on the TV, tears are arriving. And she knows it's a good thing because it's releasing and releasing and releasing. So, and she's not sad, she's just releasing. So, just be aware of those emotions and allow them to release. And then again, she works on the physical. So any of that energy, go to what we just talked about with Astrea. But now we're talking about Venus. And we're going to go to the 1st of November, which is tomorrow. And she will be on 741 Hertz on the 111, which is transformational energy. It's a higher view, and it's kind of unknowable because we're going through that 2-year period and then beyond. 2nd of November, she's working on 741 Hertz and the 222, and it's a merry motive and signals. It's working with the angelic, so it'll be a bit of an uplifting day on the 2nd of November to see what you're up to then. When I say uplifting, there's breakthroughs happening with that energy because the bridges are being made. On the 3rd of November, it's 741 Hertz on the 333, which is expansive, and it's great big love and defense. So if you're feeling a bit defensive about anything, this will help you create bridges to a great big love, to try and take that contraction out from that defensiveness and see where it takes you. On the 4th of November, she's working on the 741 Hertz on the 444. So she's working very magnetically. So she's working with those magnetics within us, within the earth, within how these things are brought down to us. And this is beyond the ordinary and fertility. And quite interesting today when I was connecting, when I was up in the mountains, they were talking about the brain waves and how they work with the magnetics within the 444. So that is more news to come. Obviously, we're just sitting with that right now, and as the energy comes in, as we know, things aren't quite fixed right now. On the 5th of November, this is the day of the full moon, and this is where we have 2 frequencies with Venus. One is 741 Hertz on the 555, so it's very evolutionary. And then 741 Hertz on the 666, so it's that harmonic translator, evolutionary messages coming in. And as we said, she will be evolutionary. She's strong in this position, and it's a good time to connect, because on this day, it's going to be a burst of magic. We like bursts of magic. And then on the 6th of November, next Thursday, she's working on 741 Hertz on the 777, which is activation. And this is shining through. So, and signals. So, I'm saying so a lot because my guys keep saying to me, just shine. Just shine your light. Don't dim your light. Just shine your light. Just keep going. And that's all I've been doing. For instance, I went to the supermarket the other day, and there was a guy and he looked kind of sad, so I set up a conversation with him, and I hope I helped in some way, just talking and reaching out, and put some of that blue sapphire light from the blue dragon of the Pleiades in his field for when and if he feels he wants to use it. And then when I got to the trolley bit, it needed no coin. I had a free trolley. When I went in, I found everything super easy, and when I came out, I gave this guy a sandwich because he said he was kind of hungry and he just looked a bit fed up. So I gave him a sandwich and some treats for his dog. And it was just a really nice moment, a very simple moment. Small acts create change. And so this is where we listen to ourselves and just reach out with compassion, because right now a lot of people need it. All of us need it, right? But right now you can sense those who need it. So remember, place that blue energy of the Pleiades in their fields, and just reach out and strike a conversation. If they don't want to talk to you, they don't want to talk to you. But if they do, it does help. You know, talking helps. It really does. So anyway, back onto what we're talking about. The full moon wasn't 174 hertz on the 333. This is where I feel. And it's also, you know, kind of working with Jupiter on the 417 on the 222, because Jupiter's on the world stage cosmically. And this is I am expansion, I expand. So it's working with the solar plexus on the left-hand side, coming to completions, and working with the root energy. And so we have the full moon, and it's working within the great gathering of the 174, which is working with Archangel Michael and the red rose. So lots of shifts expected, especially with Jupiter, as we said, cosmically on the world stage, working through the collective expansion through the root system. So this is where things have gone on in the world, and they will be coming to completion, the right completion for evolution. So, you know, integrity, things like this, they will all be shining out there. So expect the unexpected, or the start of the unexpected, let's put it that way. Look for these frequencies in your personal chart. So 174 on the 333 on your personal chart. If you've got any 174 on the 333 through your body map, look to where this energetic is playing within your energetics. Connect and see what it's saying to you. And again, if you haven't got a body map, you can play 174 on the 333 and see what it's bringing in for you through the collective. But like we said, some surprises ahead for the collective, and right now big endings is the issue. Correcting the course for the way ahead. So we're seeing that within our own personal realities, and it's also playing out on the world stage. So expect a little bit more of this. So the reason this came in is because the dragon energy 111 on the 777 and 111 on the 888. This is the final thing we wanted to talk about, because we're talking about the dragons in the unity energetic. I am union, I am unity, and unity coming through is coming through the energetic of the oracles of the dragon. We have two dragons this week. We have a change of dragon energy on the full moon. So you know, when we said that full moon is going to be that burst of magic, it's the 5th of November, which was all about blowing up Parliament in England. So we have big bonfires and fireworks everywhere. So this is kind of reflective, you know, like see what's going to be happening in the world stage. But just to help us understand this change of dragon, on the 111 on the 777 is the blue dragon from the Pleiades, enabling us to connect with the healing colour of blue sapphire, which heals the physical energy. And you can place this energy within yours and others' fields for when you or they need it, if that's their journey to become whole and heal from any aspects within their field. So like I said, when I saw that guy and he looked a bit fed up, and I just placed some blue sapphire in his field. He may never use it, but he may. And that's the bridge that we're working on at the moment. Then on the full moon 111 on the 888, the black dragon comes into play, and it's initiation time. As the full moon takes us into the void, as the black dragon heralds a change for which we are ready. This collective energy, as Diana Cooper says of these amazing dragons, open up to the new as we are held safely within the dark cocoon. Angelic seeds of your secret hopes, hidden talents, and divine potential can grow and develop. So when we have a full moon that's taken us into the void, which lasts a couple of weeks, and when it gets to 50%, there are no veils. And that will be next week. So we'll talk about that date next week. But right now, we're going from the blue Pleiadian dragon with that healing energy, that incubation, to the black dragon, which is incubating our hidden talents, our hidden dreams, hidden hopes, and divine potential. So it's a really beautiful week this week. As we said, we're going to see a lot on the world stage. So remember, step back. You don't need to be part of that drama. You just need to work and create with yourself, because small acts create change. You are the change. So work with yourself. Black is the colour of creation within the reality of which you are playing. I was once taken to, it's called the slip, which is a break in this reality, and we had to go backwards, and we went through all the different colours, and then we're in black, and this is where we create. This is where the seeds start to create and go through all the colours. So we're going to end this week on on this full moon, and then the black dragon coming in. So it's going to be interesting times ahead, and see how you're feeling, and take care of yourself. Be kind to yourself and others. Have a beautiful week, and see you next week. Bye. Thank you.